Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Cool. Sounds like we have volume. How is everybody doing today? Good morning, Mateus. Good of you to join us. From Sweden, I remember today. Good afternoon, Leica. It just turned afternoon, didn't it? In South Carolina, I think. I think you once told me that's where you were. Good morning, Sergio. I think you're in Whittier, California. You're the closest to me. Welcome. Good morning. So today, North Carolina. It was one of the Carolinas. Today we're going to take the Type-SRX and put a tune on it. And I do have this angle for us to get a better look. Let's see. If it focuses, it should look okay. And that's what this thing is. So we'll do our best. So between after yesterday's stream, I went to the hobby store and I thought I got all the parts to mount the Yeah Racing dampers. So I got these 5.5 millimeter ball studs that are 12 millimeters long, and I got them on. I got the top on, and then I figured out the bottom is not a screw. The bottom is just a head, just a ball head. And it turns out somewhere in my spare parts boxes I had them. So I've linked both of the pieces that you need to buy in order to use these Yeah Racing dampers on the SRX. I don't think it's much of an issue on the standard TT-02 because the damper stay is not a pass-through on those. It's much thicker. You can screw right into it, and you can just use the ball studs that come with the kit. But for the Type-SRX, you would need to buy those. And again, I have those linked in the description. The top ball stud, these are Tekken, and there's also a Yokomo that will be the same thing. All right. This morning, I put this on in the afternoon yesterday, and this morning I had a closer look at I just got it ready. And then I realized the car was sitting like this. It was sitting like this side, much higher, like that. Let me show you. It was sitting like this, pretty much. And I got really concerned. I was like, what is going on? And it was like an hour before stream. I was like, what's going on? So what I had done yesterday was to mount only 3 of these dampers. And I was going to leave one to demonstrate how to mount them. But that was the one that was making the car tilt so much it made me panic, so I tested it. And then after I put it on, I didn't feel like taking it back off again. So, okay. So we're not going to demonstrate. But, yeah, I didn't do any setup yesterday. I only checked the... I had no tools that worked yesterday for some reason. So yesterday I have this other setup wrench that I use. This one. It's a TLR turnbuckle wrench. And I need to get a stream deck so I can just push buttons. So this is the one I had. And it works fine back here. It works really good back here. But on these links right here, these would be the toe links, the front toe links. I couldn't get it on there. So, you couldn't see. This is way too wide for this toe link right here. So when I was at the hobby shop, I got the Eco Power one. This is, I'm sure the kit came with one. It was the very thin silver one. But I just wanted to have a solid tool. I was hoping to get one of these, but much thinner, but that's all I had. Okay. So let's pick up that setup. I have fewer screenshots today. Browsers are ready today, but we can set those up if needed. So previously, I'm looking for the... So what we're going to try to do is to get a 5.5 ride height first. So front and rear 5.5. And to do ride height, if you didn't know, it won't focus. I'll do my best to focus. It's obviously a new setup. I need to get better equipment. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, stop unfocusing. So this is the rear, and the rear is just at 5.5. But if it wasn't, if it was lower or higher, you would adjust the dampers. So whichever direction you twist, the more tension you have on the dampers, meaning there's more gap here, the ride height would increase. And the lower the tension on the spring, whichever direction you would twist it, the car would lower. And just make sure both sides are the same. So I think I have the rear pretty good. Let's see the front. Front is going to be a little bit harder to see, almost impossible. The front is at 5, so I think I'm okay with that too. I'm okay with that. You would just use this, and if I was doing it from here, it'll be an 8mm here. But I have a very low front bumper here. This piece, the skid plate is lower than the chassis itself. All right, so let's get to the camber, and the camber is, if you put on a plane right here where the axle, basically, let me show you this way. It's basically this angle right here, this angle. On this side, it'll be this angle. All right, so what we want is, on this gentleman's camber, on the front he had -2. If you can see that. -2, and on the rear it's 1.5. So this is the front, and he had -2, so I'm at -2, pretty close to -2 right here. I don't know if you can see. Right there. And then on this side, I'm only at 1.5, so I'm going to need to make a adjustment. And I believe it's this one. Oh, it's this side. went the other way. I don't know if you can see that move in real time when I pull this back, but it did. There it goes, 2mm. Hey Alex, good morning. Why do you use the Yeah Racing Damper instead of Tamiya big bore? Oh, there's a huge price difference, right? Between the Tamiya big bore. The I think they're like $40 a pair, if I remember correctly. These are $45 for the whole set of 4. And these are the Yeah Racing Quick Adjust to Qutus. And so I can make adjustments on the track, kind of on the fly, if I need to give it a little bit more damping or give it a little bit less. I can just twist this cap and it will make that adjustment. You're right. It's always the other direction. You never can guess it right the first time. What are you going to do? Okay, we'll do toe in a second. Let's do the back. I need a better camera setup to do this, to demonstrate it properly, but I'll do my best. I don't think my setup was meant to do this. For example, this thing just doesn't focus. Okay, so in the rear, it's 1.5, so it looks like I got a pretty good 1.5 right here. Maybe just like half, not even half a turn. Which one is it? It's the, I think it's the 4. If I built this correctly, all 4 of the all of the links should be turning the same direction if I installed it correctly. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Okay, and then this side's already 1.5. Okay, I did a little bit of tuning last night, and this morning I did my best. I didn't want to do everything on camera. Take forever to get it perfect. Okay, so let's look at toe. Please excuse my sniffling. It's allergy season, and I get really bad allergies. I'm sure some of you guys do as well. Okay, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit because we need to be able to see the numbers. If I remember how to do it, let's see. Okay, that's not what I had in mind, but let's try that. Okay. All right. So for the toe, we take this piece right here. Looks like a ruler. The setup kit, this particular setup kit, is in the description as well. It's like $500. But there is a Integy version that I think has fewer pieces, but that is only like $99. So if you guys wanted one of these, I got this one used. I didn't pay $500. The gentleman who sold it took out a couple pieces and he sold it for $150. So I kind of got lucky. I got everything I need. He took the quick setup kit. That's more for like when you're on the track and the pit table and you make adjustments between races. This is more for the tabletop. Okay, so for toe, he has 1 in front, 1 and 1.5. This is going to be the tough one because this is way off. Really hard to see, but right now this has about a 5-degree out And yeah, this is toe in is, I never picked up on sniffling. Sorry about that. So I need to really dial this down. And that's going to be that link right there. So I want to try to make this link longer. And I don't know if I'm going in the right direction here. I don't think I'm going in the right direction. Using my left hand because well, I guess I can't. I'm just gonna have to wrap around. Careful not to knock over the microphone. So how's everybody doing today? Anybody go to the hobby shop yesterday? I did. I got some paint as well. I got some paint for the Audi Quattro body that I'm going to paint for the XV02. After this one, I think, and I'll show you the body that I have for this in a second here. Put the body back on. Put everything back. So I think I'm back to like 3 now. We still have a long way to go. Anybody doing any? Oh, Laika, are you going to go drive the UDR today, or did you already do it? And do you have any pictures to share? Alrighty. Okay. I don't have any pictures yet. On the hunt for a TT-02 Mustang locally. Yes. How's the RC scene where you are? Is it popular over there? Do you have a Facebook group you can get in touch with, or your local hobby store? There's just people hanging out. If I go to a hobby store, there's always somebody hanging out. Especially Revelation. There's a track there, so it's just there's just always somebody there. Middle of the week, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, somebody's there. A lot of these guys don't have to work. And I hope to be one of those guys when I get older. Hopefully in a few years I can retire and just live there. What I'm actually hoping for is for the owner to retire. And maybe I can come up with some money to buy the track. But I know running a business, like having it as a hobby and then running a business, is 2 different things. I may end up hating it, but I'm still willing to give it a try. Yeah, racing alloy knuckles to my Type S yesterday. I broke one racing. Hopefully the alloy ones are stronger. Oh, nice. Yeah, were you here yesterday? Ours, trailed outside. I have this one. We're gonna work on this next. Whole darn thing is almost all alloy, all aluminum. So I think I know the Yeah Racing one that you're talking about. But that one is also worth looking into because the whole car is aluminum by the time you're done. But I'll test it today. Make sure it's a decent car. This is way off. Close to any hobby stores. They're all quite a drive away. Oh, that's a shame. I think it's time to move. No, but I'm sure you live in like a nice, wherever you are, you're living in a, I think you said you live in a suburb too, right? Sure there's a reason why you live there. Probably comfortable for your family. Yeah, cool. Thanks for joining me, by the way, guys. Really, helped me to know that, I mean, it really motivates me to know that there's somebody waiting for me. And they're going to interact with me, and we're just hanging out virtually together, basically, you know? Maybe in the future, I can set up a Discord server. Well, I already have a Discord server. But we can all jump on the Discord server and do voice chat, so we can just have a conversation. I can't even see this. It's hidden behind the damper. I have to stand up. Who doesn't want to go to the hobby store? Oh, you know what I saw yesterday at Hobby Store? I probably should have gotten it, but I was dead set on not buying any more kits. It's a kit that I've wanted for a while, but it is the Tamiya, the Formula 1 kit. I forgot it's Formula 1 F102 or something like that. And it was just sitting right there on the shelf. It was $219 or so. And that particular store, they're not big on Tamiya, but they always have something. Like the owners don't know too much about Tamiya. They're just there. The kits are just there. He's probably got like 10 or 15 TT-02s. Got a bunch of those bigger ones, and even a few of those semi trucks. The big semi truck, like the $1,000 semi trucks. And he doesn't know too much about it, but there's always something there. One time I saw that Tyrus 6-wheel Formula 1 looking thing. I have a feeling I'm not going in the right direction. It is. But I'm just going really slow because I can't get in there. You know what? It won't fit either. This thing's got big fat knuckles. Okay, so this is too thick, and this one is too thin. It's too skinny. So I need something in between, but that's going to be next week. Hopefully I find one. It was either this or using needle nose pliers. Let's see. I do want to go to Hugs. I'm gonna have. Yeah, cool. You know, I wish I can live stream from the track, and kind of show you guys what the performance is like. I mean, I really want to drive this. I don't have time to go this afternoon, but I really want to drive this and see what it's like. I haven't driven a TT-02 in a little while on the track, and actually I don't remember the last time I drove on the track. But I just want to see how it does. I'm interested. I'm curious. And I just like being there and charging the batteries and, you know, making adjustments. I just enjoy all that. I can be there all day. No, not all day. Let's see. So let me put the wheels back on, and then I'll show you the body that I put together. Because and Tyrell, yeah, and trailed outside. When I do drive this and I have a chance to kind of make adjustments to it, I'll put up a setup sheet, because right now I'm just working in the blind. I'm just using somebody else's setup. Okay, I think I'm done with this camera right here, so I'm going to take this away. And it's mounted the most inexpensive way possible with tape for now. Okay. Okay. And I think I can zoom back out a little bit. Give myself a little breathing room. F103. Yeah, the F103. What the hell is this not? I think that's the case for kind of anything. If you do it as a hobby, it's fun, but if you try to make a living off of it, it's not fun anymore. If you have to do it, it's not fun anymore. It can be, I mean, even what I'm doing now, it can be a little bit stressful to come up with video ideas and prepping things for stream and stuff like that. I can see how it can stop being enjoyable if there's too much pressure. But I've taken pressure off myself to. I think in the beginning of the channel, the reason why I grew fast was I was putting out one video a day. It was just build series video. It was easier to do so because I was just building a kit and then cutting up the footage to make one video. It's an hour and a half away, and they have. Oh, nice! Hour and a half. I think driving an hour and a half to go somewhere is an American thing. I don't think you would do that in Europe. I think that would be kind of outrageous to drive an hour and a half anywhere. I would drive an hour and a half to go to the beach, for example. I live inland, and if I wanted to go to Santa Monica on like a weekday afternoon or something, it'll take me an hour and a half. But I'll be willing to do it. So I get it. Yeah, but you should. We're egging him on, but you should go. You should grab it. And you have my email there. You have my email in the about section. If you want to send me some pictures, I'll post it on my Instagram and Facebook. And when I do put together my website, I'll have a viewer section, all their cars. So I'm not going to put the post back on because I haven't punched holes yet. But it took me almost 2 days. But I finally finished the Raikiri body for my TT-02 Type-SRX. I hate punching holes. And if I thought I could use stealth mounts for racing, I would, but I don't think it's a good idea to use stealth mounts for racing. I will punch those holes sooner or later, well, at least before I get on the track. Thank you, thank you. Get it, but you will regret not buying it. I would think about it all week until I drove out there. Last time I went was when the TRX 4M came out when I went to get mine. Very nice. Not enough. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, 45 minutes is nothing. 45 minutes is like a casual drive. GT4 sweet. Before it's gone. For sure. I mean, I would ask him to hold it for you. I think if Sergio and I were to go, I think for me it would be going to Pacific Coast Hobby in Lomita. For me, 45 minutes, but I would definitely drive there. And I have done it before. When I got the TT-02B, the Plasma Edge, I called ahead and said, "Oh, we have it. We have the TT-02B." I told him to hold it for me, and I drove 45 minutes to go over there. And I did not regret it. I was really happy to have it. Have we lost sound? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay, cool. Okay, good. So if you don't like decals, I would not recommend this body. There's a lot. It just looks terrible. I don't know why there's so many decals on this. And some of these are really hard to cut. Like these right here. This is actually like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 decals. It's kind of ridiculous. And some of these, I think I handled it too much and it just won't stick anymore. I'll probably taking these stripes off. But there you go. So I'm curious, just as a reference, you guys see? There's probably a glare on it. There we go. Right now, with the battery, it is 2 pounds, well, it's going on the track at 2 pounds and 14.9 ounces. And that is ounces, that's 46.8 ounces. and 1,328 grams. That's how heavy this car is right now. All right. Okay, on to the next project today. Hey, Leica, make sure you buy the paint when you're there. GT4 body from my... It's like 90 decals or something crazy. Yeah, this one only had 70 something and it took me 2 days. But I'm a slow cutter, so maybe it's just me. If you had nothing to compare to, if you didn't have like a real TT-02 to compare to, this kit would actually be a really good deal. I mean, it comes with wheels, tires, pretty much everything you need. So again, we opened this yesterday. You know what? They're $10 everywhere now. I went to buy paint yesterday, and a few days ago. I was surprised how much they were. I thought they were supposed to be like $7 a can, but now they're like $10. I wanted to take it apart real quick just to see. I want to take a look at this axle right here. So I'm just going to take this apart in a few places. Let's see what would be the best place. This kingpin right here, probably. These screws are actually pretty decent. Okay, so that ball is plastic. Are you going to paint it like the box, the gray? Okay, so this is really cheap feeling aluminum, but it's there. There are ball bearings, which is better than any Tamiya kit. These are just shielded ball bearings, but this, I can't tell you, there's something very cheap about this. Like, it's very, very light. And I'm curious. No, they do not come with bearings. Not the cheap ones. That's right. That reminds. Haven't you watched my videos? Every one of my videos, I kind of complain about bearings. So you do need to buy a set of bearings. They're not terribly expensive. You can buy bearings that are like $10, and they'd be more than adequate. But the most popular brand is probably Fast Eddie, and they run for like $20-something. So I have a set of these kind of cheap universals that were like $9 or $10. So I want to make sure they work. I might need this ring right here. This. Yeah. By the way, this kit is bone dry. You obviously have to come in here and do a little bit of maintenance before you put it on the track. Yeah, I think it fits. I think this is fine. So you can actually buy aftermarket kit parts for this car, which is cool. Okay, but something about this plastic is also very different from what a Tamiya kit feels like. I don't know if it's good or bad, but it definitely feels different. Oh, I need the axle. And this is just the bushing, so I think this is just a spacer. Said before, and they were nice. Yeah. You can't go wrong with Fast Eddie. They have everything. They have everything. They do a really good job listing every single kit every single Tamiya, every single TT-02 kit, so that if you're doing a search, you're more likely to find them. And if you're new to RC, I mean, you're just searching for the one you have. You're searching for TT-02 Subaru Impreza. You don't know that TT-02, you know, Mustang GT is the same car and it uses the same bearings. They have it listed. You can search pretty much any TT-02 model they have. You can find, and they will have a listing just for that one car. But if you do a little research, they're all the same. I think other than the TT-02 FT, I think pretty much all of the TT-02s have the same bearings. One day, and I keep telling myself this, one day I will invest in a set of ceramic ball bearings, but I don't. It's just unjustified. Ceramic is so unjustified, especially for a TT-02. Okay, so that's that. And I think we took one apart yesterday to see that they're dry. So I will need to fill those. I'm also curious if this is a 72 bearing. I might spur in here. So just so I know what I'm getting into when I put this together. And I can't put in the I can't put this in there today because I didn't solder the leads. I forgot that this thing comes with the leads in the box, but it's not soldered on. So I'll have to put on the radon today. Ceramic bearings just run a lot faster than I mean, I don't want to say it's faster. If you spun a wheel with the same force, a free wheel with the same force, one with ceramic, one without, one with like regular ball bearings, the ceramic one would stay spinning longer than the ball bearing. There's several videos that demonstrate this. I think Roadside RC has a video. I remember watching that one. You gotta stand up. Okay, that's a pretty big spur, so I'm guessing it's 70. If I can't read it, I'll take it apart. I can't see any printing. But look, it's a spur gear holder. That means you can change this. Alright, let me... I really want to know, so I'm going to keep going. I'm going to take this apart. I want to see what the diff inside looks like anyway. Hope you guys don't mind. These are all the same, right? Yeah, they're all the same. Like, if you get it today, are you going to start building it today? You're going to go right to work? Yikes. Try not to take those screws off. Ah, crap. Okay, I think I can crack this open now. How does this pin come off? It's an E-clip. Gosh. This is an E-clip. What about right here? Because I really want to take out this diff. Let's see if I can do it without. I don't want to take off an E-clip because there's a good chance I will lose it. But it's also the fastest way. Jeez. I need to do some more research. Okay. I'm sure I've asked you already. Do you have a place to drive the TT-02? Do you have a parking lot somewhere? Or a narrow road? I'm looking for my pliers, but I can't seem to find them. It's only the tools that you need you cannot find. Everything else is just sitting right there. And I've already used it several times this morning. I just don't know why it disappeared. Pair of red handle pliers. I am stumped. Oh, I found it. Yep, I lost that pin already, but that's okay. I got it out, and I'll find it later. So there is the diff. So 3 screws. Let's see. I removed the shock tower and upper arms with. Yeah, parking lots of the shock towers. Yeah, but you saw I could have removed the shock tower, but you saw how easy it was to just take off that pin, right? And then everything just kind of moves out of the way. Just want to make sure this is actually a gear diff in here. Okay. Well, it's pretty. Oh, you know what? This is aluminum. These are aluminum gears. They're not plastic. So that's another good thing. Right? The standard Tamiya kits are plastic. The gears inside are plastic. That didn't take much effort. Pinion on accident. I think I've done something like that, except I put a. I think it was a hot racing. It was a metal spur, I think, or steel spur, and it just shredded the entire gearbox. It didn't last very long. It just shredded everything. But it was an interesting lesson, though. I think that was for my the Torment, the ECX Torment. That gearbox is all plastic. You know what? For something that is so inexpensive, it's the quality, at least in the workmanship. Okay, I don't know about the plastic quality or anything. It's well put together. I mean, I don't see any problems with it at all. I mean, there isn't any like loose screws or anything like that. Anything crazy. This is dry though. This is dry. There should be some lube there, grease, and I'm just gonna see if I can see the. Right. I don't see anything, but I'm just gonna guess it's a 70 spur. I failed in trying to find out, but I found out that this is aluminum gears inside and that this is dry. So that's two things I found out that I wouldn't have. I need the outdrives. Hobby stores close on Sunday, huh? That's a shame. You think they want to be open on a day when everybody is off work? You know, everybody has their different priorities. It's like you can't get Chick-fil-A on Sundays. AMain did ask how much. I remember getting an. Yeah, how much is it? I'm curious. Is it the same price or is it more? I mean, to me, it probably has a minimum price. They ask dealers to sell at. I don't know if there's a maximum price or not. It does not want to go back in properly. Oh, Tamiya's website's never the actual price. Don't worry about that. Tamiya's website is MSRP, what they want to what they will sell it at, but they don't make the hobby shop sell it at that price. They just post that price that they don't, so they don't compete with their distributors. But they will sell it to you at that price, at that $180 price, if you so inclined to buy it directly from them. Okay. I have to remember I'm missing an E-clip. Be fun if I drive this thing on the track and then the pin falls out and I lose a rear axle. Have you guys ever lost broke a dog bone? I think I've broken that quite a few times on touring cars. That's probably the part that I've broken the most times on touring cars. By the way, the damper, the tower, shock towers do have adjustments. The lower arms do not. There's only one hole, but on top there are 3 for the dampers, and that's the body post. That's not it. So that's good to know. Okay. I gotta put these screws back on. Yeah, I think bending one's the same as breaking one. It's not almost impossible to put it back together, straighten it back out. GD4 costs $95 US here. Really? Huh. I wonder why that is. Is it a tariff or is it just like transportation costs? It's cheaper in Sweden, huh? Maybe I'll move to Sweden then. Straighten them. Ah, okay. You have all the tools. I don't have any woodworking tools or anything like that at all. I don't even have a vise, you know, a table vise to work things on. I don't have a workhorse. I don't have any of those things. I wish I did. I just don't have the space. Small suburban house. I don't think I left anything. Okay. I would be that Futurama meme with a fistful of money. Take my money. All right. Okay. Here we go. You know what? Maybe I'll just put this on the TT-02 SRX because this would look nice, I think. And this looks just like the Yeah Racing one. It's probably what it is. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to leave this off, obviously. I'm going to do the motor first, because that's what comes first in the manual. Oops. Oh, I didn't set up a poll today, but I actually wanted to try the Q&A, but you guys already asked me a bunch of questions. Yeah, but if you guys have any questions, let me know. Okay. This looks very familiar as well. This looks like the Yeah Racing design, where it's not individual holes. You actually have to make adjustments, which is Good and bad. Okay, yeah, fits pretty good. Okay, motor. Okay, so it does not come with the motor screw, so that's something that we do have to make arrangement for. And I also don't see a pinion, obviously. So let's see. All right, I have just through experience bought a box of these M3 screws a long time ago. Pretty much has all of the shorter sizes, and then I have one with all the bigger sizes. And they both come in handy sometimes. So I think I'll just go with this size. Let's see. Does that look like it's enough? It looks like it's enough, right? Semis for trailing. Yeah. Euro truck racing. They seem to be fun. They are fun. It's... You know what the best part about those trucks are? It's good right out of the box. I'm serious. You don't need to do anything to them. I mean, they're quick right out of the box. And they're just fun to drive. Yeah, unfortunately, the class itself has a lot of cheaters. That's the only thing that's a shame. If you're going to race. Since everybody's driving the same car, some people cheat. And it's not interpretive cheating, like, oh, we put something in the motor, or, you know, break it in this way or that. No, they just straight out cheat. It's straight out. Like I said last time, I think I told the story that somebody at the TCS got caught cheating. I think they were juicing the battery or something. I forgot what it was. He could not run the first qualify. He had to change something out before he can run the second one. So that was kind of embarrassing because they made an announcement, you know, on the PA that, okay, Joe Smith is disqualified from the first qualifier because of technical issues, and embarrassing. Let's see what happened here. Okay, yep, this fourth, like putting money in a bottomless. Hey, you know what? The whole hobby is like that. The whole hobby is just a bottomless pit. Let's see if I can find a reasonable spur gear, pinion gear. I think this is Tamiya. I'm pretty sure this one's Tamiya. I know this one's Tamiya, so I'll use this one. I think this one's 18. This is the same as the one that came in the kit. The yeah, this is the one that I talked about yesterday. So this is the same one. I think actually this is the one I took out, as a matter of fact. So I'll just use this one. Sometimes it pays off not to put things away because it was right there, right next to me. Okay. Do you ever get the feeling that somebody's just taking things off your desk when you're not looking? Because I could have sworn I was using the 1.5 just now. Huh. And this is why you should always have more than one tool. Often do people try to cheat in racing? There's a lot of different kinds of cheating. Most of it is just out of spec cars. You know, people run timed motor in the, you know, the spec class. They don't use the correct motors, or they you know, do all kinds of things. And then sometimes it's not really cheating, but they glue the sides of the tires, kind of like the face of the tires. It's not necessarily cheating. A lot of people do it, but in some like TCS, they don't allow it. They don't allow that kind of mod. They just put crazy glue on the face of the wheel. And then some people don't graduate. I think I've talked about this before. They don't want to move on to the next class. They just want to stay in the class they're in, and they want to just win every weekend, and it's not fun. So that's another form of cheating. You know, there isn't any hard and fast rules in club racing. You know, if you win twice, you have to go to the next class. You know, there should be rules like that, but there isn't. You know, there isn't any. Nobody's really, unless they're running a really, even some of the more serious, like OCRC, they didn't really enforce it either. You know, it's kind of a gentleman's agreement. You know, if you're running a modified engine, you don't run in Sportsman. But you know, people try to get over. There's no glory in winning a club race, you know. I mean, it's just a bunch of guys casually having fun. Alrighty. I'm glad Tamiya uses the same size screws up and down the car. I think I had somebody ask the question that, do Tamiya parts fit on this car? And obviously I haven't tried every single piece, but I have a feeling it does. I think everything is the same size as I don't see any interpretive designs here. I mean, the arms look exactly, I mean, the towers, everything looks exactly like a Tamiya, except in plastic. I'll put this back on later. I'll put this back on later. This screw is the long one. Okay. I think there's one more screw here somewhere. That's okay. You got plenty of screws, no big deal. Okay, so now I think we can move on to the servo. And I'm just going to use this inexpensive one. You asked me yesterday about servos. That SPT one is pretty decent. It's in the 20s. I think this one is like $15 or $16 if you wanted something a little bit less expensive than the $25 one. I know that SPT one is reliable. I've ran that several times in different cars, including pretty much all of the Tamiya kits I built in the past had that motor, had that servo. I started using this a little while ago because it's cheaper. So, if I remember correctly, that's another thing you need to have. So this kit doesn't come with several screws, so that's something you guys need to be aware of if you want to buy this. So I think it's this way. Yeah, pretty sure it's this way. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I would need to put the servo horn here. Let me double check. Yeah, servo's on the outside. Let's see. I don't have another servo saver. I'll see if I can use this low profile. Let's see if it fits. Nope, this is 24. Hey, Corey. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome. Another job. Wow, that's tough. I have no idea what this is. Corey, where are you watching from? Welcome to the stream. Are you a Tamiya fan, or are you RC fan? Just curious what's going on, or... It is 25, so I'll use that. No, I understand. I mean, I don't think everybody can afford to go out and buy Traxxas products, you know, every day. And spend, you know, $800 on X-Max or something like that. There's probably only a small percentage of the RC community that can do that. Same with, you know, crawlers. Not too many people can build $1,000 Vanquish, you know, with tech and electronics. I think those are the exception and the minority in RC. So near Detroit, I've got a few TT-02s. Nice. Welcome. I'll try to remember that you're from Detroit, Corey. So next time you come in, I'll remember that you're in the East Coast. Try to stay away from Traxxas Electronic Can. They're not great and overpriced. Yeah, for sure. I was at the hobby shop yesterday, and this young man who just built a B74 took some electronics from somewhere. I have no idea where he got it from. Spectrum ESC, Spectrum motor, but the ESC had Traxxas plug connectors on it. And I was just standing there, and the owner, the guy helping him, was like, "Well, you don't have much choice." And it, you know, the B74 is a shorty pack, so he had like no choice. He had like one choice in battery. and it was XT60, so he had to buy the adapter, but he chose to just cut off the Traxxas and put on XT60. I was like, that's probably a good move, man. I mean, you're going to save yourself a lot of headache and a lot of money by doing that. Let's see if I have any washers here. I have so much stuff that I don't even know what I have. Okay, it doesn't look like I do. It doesn't look like I do. Maybe those. Oops. Maybe those two. There's two in here that are kind of big, though. Let me see if it works. A TT-02. Oh, that black car, right? The Multi GTR is not. Is that the I think it is the black and red one. GTR. TT-02 SRX. T06. Nice. Very nice. How did you like the SRX? I just finished building mine. Okay. To run adapters and cram everything in the tray. Hudy has tracks. Mold it into the bag. I feel bad for you. Is there another UDR is 5th scale, right? Is there another 5th scale short course? Something from like Losi or anything like that? Does Arma make anything? I have no idea about large scale trucks. I have no idea. Zero idea what's going on. Baja and Super Baja, right? Oh, nice. Those might come with Spectrum Electronics, right? With those smart batteries or whatnot. Seems like everybody's leaning that direction. The smart batteries so they can capture you. So smart battery is an oxymoron, isn't it? We should have had threaded shocks and aluminum steering. Hey, that's what I said. Exactly. But that's why I just put these Yeah Racing Qutus aluminum dampers on mine. Needed a couple of adapters, but I put them on here. Okay. Let's see. Gas or electric? 1/7, 1/8. Oh, for sure. You're not gonna go. If you're going that big, you might as well go all out, right? Put a go-kart engine in there. Okay, that should work. Let me grab the ESC. I think I said I was going to use this cheap one. Oh, I need the... chainsaw with wheels. Exactly. I'm going to get a new transmitter for this, so I took out the receiver. For now. Grab a battery. Make sure everything works. Oh, good thing I did that. Because this is way off. Screw. Da, da, da. Hey Corey, which car do you race with? Are you going to race at the TCS? I keep hearing that Rovon 5. I keep hearing that name, but I think it's out of business, right? The company's gone. I see a lot. It looks like a really skinny buggy, right? Like a looks kind of like a Kyosho. Is that the right one I'm thinking about? Yeah, I don't see why not. As long as it's not a spam or anything or viruses. At least for now, I don't have a mod, so I'll set up like Nightbot and stuff later on. I don't know, being a YouTuber or streamer is a full-time job that I don't have time for. You really have a lot going on that you need to take care of. Or at least set up. This is probably not the best servo horn for this, but it's the one that I have, well... Why doesn't this work? Okay, well, this changes the link angle way too much, but we'll just use it for now. I just play in the parking lot, most traffic, a couple of hours drive. Oh, that's a shame. No, it sounds like you got some nice cars. This is the one I want at some point in distant future. I race mostly dirt off-road. Oh, nice. So what off-road cars do you have? Like no links have appeared yet on my OBS. I don't know if it's have appeared on YouTube. Let me see. Let me turn around. Yeah, nothing there either. So I don't know if you posted it yet. One-tenth buggy, Corey, or 1/8? Cool, cool, cool. There we go. Let's see. That's a screw. .1 Truggy 7.4. So you race all three classes, huh? Cool. Alrighty. I stopped racing off-road a few years ago. I just could not keep the car on the track. Just could not stop running into walls and breaking things. And it was a pretty decent drive. So I started doing on-road, and it's fits me much better. But it was good times. Absolutely good times. No regrets about doing that at all. Okay, actually, I need to make sure the motor works. Let's see. Axial bomber. So bomber, city honcho, and silver sleep. Oh, nice. Very cool. The honcho is the one that at least on the box it's beige, right? Has the flatbed in the back. Am I thinking of the right honcho? Huh. I have no forward or reverse. Let's see why. Oh, this was loose. Never mind. Okay. Okay, that's very loud. I don't know where that humming is from. Okay, it's working. That's very loud, by the way. I think I need to work on that gear mesh. But anyway, let's see. Let's tape this on. That's the one, but mine's silver. Cool. Very cool. You have a lot of cars. I think I have like 1/8 scale, and that's it. That's it. Everything is 10 scale. I don't have anything smaller either. I don't have... Everything is 10 scale, I think I have. I haven't been to the small scale yet. I haven't worked on that yet. Looks like a lot of fun. It looks like it's enjoyable. I just haven't had a chance to really dig into it. Alright, so that's that. Let's tape this switch here. So what's your favorite car, Corey? You have a few to choose from there. You guys are seeing links? I'm not seeing any links. Huh. That's odd. Like, let me know if you posted something, because I don't see any links. I really hate doing this. I am really bad at doing this. I mean, you send the link to... Oh, no. Oh, not Discord. Here. I thought you were going to post it here on the chat. If you're talking about Discord, I'll check it later. Yes. All right. Let's do this. Between the Baja 5 BSS and the TT-06. Both are stupid fast, yeah. What do you have in the TT-06? Motor-wise. ESC motor-wise. Oh, God, I hate doing this. Okay, we'll do wire management another time. Let me see if I can improve the gear mesh a little bit before I close it up. I can't. Okay. I have no idea why it's making that sound. Maybe because it's dry. Maybe because all the diffs are dry. I'll have to figure that one out later. Because right now I don't think it's the gear mesh anymore. That sound's coming from somewhere else. I can't figure out where. Anyway, let's work on the wheels. Oh, geez, 7 turn. No wonder. $510 R. Nice. What do you have it? Oh, you know what? It comes with all these screws. I didn't look in this bag, but it does come with most of the screws that you need, I think. Yeah, motor screws in here. The servo mount screws are in here. So that's good. This kit is pretty thorough. What do you do on your Discord? I'll have it, and I don't do anything on my Discord yet. Just like I connected there on DM. So you know, I just started chatting yesterday after the stream. But I've been a long time member of the RC World Discord server, and I participate there. I'm just gonna drop these because I don't have a tray. And yeah, there's a TT-02 thread in there that I try to help out on, but it's mostly just kids bashing their TT-02s, and it pisses me off. Just go in there like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that to your car? Okay, so that's a front. That's on the left side. Okay, so these treads do have left and right. That is ironic. No, but these kids are just they're running it into the water. They're putting gearing it down and putting short course wheels on it. Putting a 3S battery and run it with the Sport Tune motor. There's all kinds of, you know, let's try to break the car things. Nothing constructive. If you take care of your car, it would last longer. I don't know if these kids just weren't taught, or they just have rich parents, or I don't know what's going on. Try and do donuts on like ramen. Yeah, I mean, these kids are just... TT-02 is not a stunt car. He's just is not. Having trouble with my left hand. On-road car, not a slash. You would think that. But, I mean, at least he geared it down. At least you figure it out. You have to gear it down before you put short course tires on it. But hey, no, I mean geared it up. Geared it up. What are you gonna do, kids? I'm curious, has anybody, because I need to do this, and I'm wondering if I should do it myself or take it to a dealership. Off topic, of course. Has anybody tried recharging their own AC refrigerant before? It doesn't seem terribly hard. It's not inexpensive even if you do it yourself, but it's going to be less expensive than taking it to the dealership. Yeah, I'm just curious if anybody has actually done it. Doesn't look like anything that I can't do, but I just want to make sure. So my mechanical ability isn't, especially in real cars, is not very thorough. I don't change the oil in my car. I did change the light bulb when it went out. I had to take the car apart a little bit, not too much. What else? And that's about it. That's pretty much all I've done. Oops. Jeez. That's what happens when you talk too much. So yeah, I'm just curious if it's something that I can just easily get a hang of. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm not gonna film. I thought when your home AC breaks, I thought it was usually the there's a part I've had it happen to me. Yeah, in the home AC, it was like $250 to get it replaced. It was like the condenser or something. Well, alternator. I think it was an alternator. Very common problem, apparently. Oh my god. Hey, these springs are ridiculous. These springs are... I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay, these springs are way too stiff. I need to change these out. That's something I have to... My goodness. Yeah, but there you go. I think this will be fine. I mean, this is going to be... Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, it's worth the $100, whatever dollar it is, to buy this, $117. It looks every bit as standard as a regular TT-02. So, yeah. I mean, only driving it will find out, but I mean, I need to do a few things to this. And yeah, that's really my only concern. The wheels are terrible, but everything else is surprisingly decent. Yeah, I don't see anything kind of off-putting about this. It's $17, and pretty much got yourself a car here. I will weigh this though. Oh no, but that's brushless. That's brushless. It'll weigh a little bit different, so I'm not going to compare. It should be about the same as the other TT-02 though. Yeah, what do you guys think about this? Just looking at it from a you know, from a you know, a hobbyist point of view, I think this is worthwhile. From a Tamiya purist point of view, this is probably sacrilegious, but I'm not a Tamiya purist. How dare you buy a clone? I don't know what's going on. The gear mesh is a little bit concerning, but that could be my fault. And this is not fitting for some reason. I didn't touch anything. Ah, this didn't go down all the way. No, something's wrong here. Something is wrong right there. This didn't sit down all the way. I think the bearing is out of place. Yeah, I have a 2019 Jeep, and the refrigerant is quite expensive. It's $150 for the DIY can. So I would imagine going to a dealer would be $300 plus. And if I was 30 years younger, I can probably just live without it for the whole summer, but you know, you kind of get used to being comfortable when you get older. All right, let's see. That bearing is not seated. That's why it's not closing. I need to move this bearing back, and it's not moving. There. All right, there we go. Good thing I didn't force it down. Oh, they do. I already looked. They have it. They have the one I need. Yeah, I've watched a few videos. You know, I fixed my washer and dryer a couple times, so I mean, it's not like I'm completely, you know, deficient. I think it's, I need to ask them if, because it's that R123A or whatever it is, and then it has a few more letters behind it. So the regular one, R134 whatever 3A, is only $60, but the one that, if I follow the one that's on the label inside my car, it's $150. So I need to ask AutoZone, hey, can I just use the cheaper one, or is this just more, or is it because this system uses this more expensive kind? I don't know. We'll find out. And I'll let you guys know next weekend. Or I might just drive down to Jiffy Lube and have them do it. I have no idea what I'm going to do. All I know is it's starting to get hot here. Yeah, these shocks are not acceptable. These springs are not acceptable. I would not run these springs. No, we checked yesterday. RC, there's no oil in these, so I have to rebuild these anyway. So I'm not too concerned. I have some springs from the from this kit. It should be the same size. I'll just replace them. Because these are like ridiculous. These are... I mean, these are... Yeah, Racing and similar company makes parts for many RC cars and the same quality as stock, so I'm not. Yeah. Well, anything is better than the friction shocks, and anything is better than those CVA Super Minis. I mean, who's using spacers still on a SRX? Come on. Yeah, that was my criticism yesterday. I don't think you were here. That was one of my points, that steering's not aluminum, the dampers are not aluminum, they're not, you know, adjustable, they're the spacer kind. What else? There's one more thing that I wasn't too happy about. Yes, you know, so I honestly don't. I wouldn't recommend anybody buying that car, to be honest, the SRX. I mean, you can buy something different for less money and have a better car. But if you're a Tamiya fan, you would have bought it already, so it's really a moot point. Like me. I already bought it because... not just because I have a YouTube channel, but because I'm collecting all the TT-02s and I might as well have this one too. They didn't cut the... okay, so they didn't cut these very well. So that's another thing. So let me put those 2 screws and we'll call it a day. 1, 2. Yeah, they're not as good as factory Tamiya parts when they're 1-to-1. But for the same price, you're probably buying something that's of a different class. Everything Tamiya Kyosho is overpriced. Everything. Oops. I keep doing that. Let me stand up. For sure. Just try shimming a RR. That was futile almost. I used a lot of shims for the RR, but well, the SRX was certainly a lot better. I think it's okay out of the box, Corey. It's not terrible. I just don't think the value's there. I think the fit and finish is pretty good compared to the other TT-02s. It's funny. I saw a short on YouTube the other day. Somebody had made a video basically just shaking the front wheel like this. You know, car turned over. And this is a standard TT-02. Okay, this is not a variant. And he probably wrote an entire essay on how there's slop in the steering and there's this and that. How could this be? I contact customer service. They said you need to buy the hop-up part. And this is unacceptable. It's just totally being a Karen, right? And I replied to him. I said, this is $115. I think he had I think he had a body that was like made at like 150, something like that. $120 for it. $120 entry level kit that comes with a motor and an ESC and a body. Try finding that for, if you really want what you're looking for, try a Mugen, try an X-Ray, try a Schumacher, and see how much those cost. I mean, I basically just told him, you got what you paid for. Please be quiet, because you don't know what you're talking about. And I didn't appreciate people like bad-mouthing the TT-02. It is what it is. It's not a you know, world-class race car. It's only competitive with other TT-02s. So, you know, for the same price, you can get a 3 racing kit, and you could, you know, get a lot better. You're gonna get a belt-driven car. You can get, you know, more adjustability right off the bat than a standard TT-02. There's troop settings. You can make all kinds of adjustment on a 3 racing kit. But you don't buy Tamiya you don't buy a TT-02 for that. You buy a TT-02 because it's your first RC car and it comes with everything. You know, all you need to do is certain things. Hey, Ladal, how are you? Good to see you. I love 3 racing stuff. Use my own chip. Yeah, I'm waiting for that Servo. I forgot what it's called. I'm waiting for that kit to come. But I really should build the S64 first. I should build that S64 maybe next weekend on stream and just finish it. I'll just go get some electronics and just go finish it and finish that before I buy another kit. DRF 420. Yeah, I'm sure there's better cars than that TRF 420. For less. I'm sure, you know, you can get an Awesomatics. Yeah, Awesomatics for that kind of money. Yeah, I mean, if you really want to get into the $600, $700 range, you got a lot of choices. Yokomo, Mugen, Schumacher, X-Ray, you can pick whichever one you want. And there's no agreement on which one's the best one. I've gone to the track. I've seen people have, you know, multiples of them. I've seen X-Rays. I've seen Mugen, and they just can't agree. I even seen a Yokomo, like a B10, and they, you know, no, this car's better, that car's better. Well, what are you gonna do? Unless one person has driven all the cars, there's really no way they can tell. So I think that's going to be it for today. I'm kind of happy with this car. I am satisfied with the SRX. Right now, in my room, in my possession, I have 4 TT-02s. And that's probably 2 too many. I'll keep 2 of them and I'll put the other 2 in storage. I would have to pick. Yeah, I'm gonna take out the SRX this week at the track. I'll try my darnest, and I'll take this with it and just compare the 2. The other 2, I still have a few things I want to do to the Subaru. I want to change out pretty much all of the hop-ups that I already bought for it, and then the Porsche was just like a comparison car, so I'll put that back in storage for sure. Yeah, for sure. RC, I love spending the time with you guys. You know, 2-3 hours every Saturday and Sunday. Really keeps me motivated. It'll be the buggy chassis, maybe a rally later. Yeah, the buggy's nice. I have one of those. And the rally is just flipping up the uprights. That's pretty much it. And the Subaru is really nice. Oh, the wheels are bigger. The wheels are bigger on the rally. I think they're 7 millimeters bigger. Yeah, 69, 62, yeah. Let's see. Enjoy the stream as usual. Looking forward to next weekend. I hope you get it. Like, I hope I hope next week you can share some pictures with us. I'll figure out a way, maybe post on my Facebook or something, or Instagram. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I want to see yours. I hope you have enough time to paint it and everything. And if you have any questions about the kit at all, you can always Discord me. You can DM me, and I'll try to help you out. So, for sure, yeah, we're all rooting for you, Leica. We're all rooting for you to go buy it. So, everybody take care. Have a good Sunday. I hope you guys make it to a hobby store later today or the week. And enjoy your Sunday with family and friends. And I'll see you guys next Saturday. Have a good week.